Have you ever truly realized that past financial failures inadvertently leave behind deep emotional scars that actively block your current cash flow and severely restrict your investment courage? Financial energy cleansing is a powerful psychological model, challenging the outdated traditional view that debt and losses are merely number problems on a spreadsheet, when their true root lies in subconscious trauma. This transformative concept teaches that you must intentionally release old emotional burdens, deep guilt, shame, and fear, that consistently attract negative financial outcomes back into your life repeatedly. Neuroscience strongly supports that chronic trauma and persistent stress physically alter neural pathways, making your brain struggle to fully recognize new opportunities for prosperity and growth. Mastering this essential cleansing is the crucial key to fundamentally reprogramming your energetic blueprint and beginning your financial journey from a genuinely neutral, empowered state. What specific, common cognitive bias is most responsible for keeping you committed to losing investments solely because of past allocated effort? I will be dissecting this expensive psychological trap in the middle section of this video. I personally spent challenging years early in my career trapped in deep guilt over poor past business decisions, which constantly inhibited me from taking necessary action to invest again with unwavering confidence. I learned quickly that the emotional pain resulting from losing money is often far stronger and more persistent than the actual financial loss recorded on paper. I realized that my greatest subsequent struggle was not attracting new money, but actively releasing the negative emotional energy that automatically pulled the same scarcity cycle outcomes into my present reality. Perhaps you also recognize this dilemma, possessing great financial potential, but finding the shame from past debt prevents you from taking the necessary calculated risks required for growth. Studying cognitive reframing and the profound power of narrative release changed my perspective, clearly teaching me that financial healing is a deliberate act of consciously re-engineering memory. We will examine exactly how simple, symbolic rituals can neurologically help your brain successfully start over from zero. The primary conflict encountered during financial distress is that debt and losses function as emotional burdens that chronically drain your cognitive resources and overall energy. Debt triggers persistent, high stress that initiates cortisol secretion, severely damaging prefrontal cortex function, which is absolutely necessary for structured long-term planning. Research proves that the psychological pain of making debt payments is so intense that it interferes with the pleasure you should be deriving from your current consumption and life experiences. This severe emotional burden creates a destructive scarcity mindset, neurologically locking you into narrow, short-term thinking and financially disadvantageous impulsive decisions. Energy cleansing must proactively target this core stress source, successfully breaking the painful emotional link between your financial past and your subsequent current financial actions. We must truly understand that overcoming debt fundamentally begins with successfully releasing the deep shame associated with its existence. The single most expensive psychological trap keeping you mentally committed to losing investments, answering the open loop earlier, is the sunk cost fallacy. This specific fallacy is the irrational human tendency to continue allocating resources into failing ventures based solely on the magnitude of the past investment already made, effort, time, or money. Rationally, sunk costs should be ignored completely, but emotionally, the brain struggles intensely to let go of the loss due to powerful loss aversion impulses. The financial energy cleanse teaches that specific release rituals must symbolically delete the sunk cost from your mental ledger, successfully liberating immense energy to reallocate toward better future opportunities. Learning to symbolically surrender the non-recoverable losses is the most vital act of cognitive recovery for any serious, disciplined investor. The first transformative solution is cognitive reframing, which expertly utilizes neuroplasticity to successfully alter the emotional memory associated with financial trauma. Reframing involves consciously challenging and strategically replacing negative limiting beliefs about past failure. For example, I am incompetent. With empowering, constructive self-narratives, for example, that experience was invaluable, paid for data. Research shows that intentionally reframing past failure as a lesson significantly strengthens the neural connectivity between the amygdala and the prefrontal cortex. This crucial enhanced connection makes the memory of past trauma less emotionally reactive, allowing the PFC to regain full control over the stress response more efficiently. Reframing is a vital memory re-engineering action necessary for cultivating a stable abundance mindset. The primary ritual in energy cleansing is the symbolic release of old debt, which physically and emotionally signals the end of the past burden to your entire system. This powerful ritual can involve writing down all paralyzing debts or regrettable losses on a piece of paper, performing an affirmation of gratitude for the valuable lesson learned, and then symbolically burning or tearing that paper to consciously declare emotional release. Psychological studies on ritual strongly support that potent symbolic and physical acts are highly effective in ending the detrimental cycle of rumination, repetitive, negative thought that drains mental energy. This ritual successfully liberates immense emotional energy that was previously consumed by strictly maintaining the disempowering victim narrative. Energy cleansing must conclude with the mandatory ritual of reclaiming financial self-efficacy, FSE, which is the unshakable belief in your own innate ability to create a new financial reality. This ritual can involve reflective journaling, where you meticulously record all small financial successes you have achieved, no matter how small the achievement may seem, to successfully reinforce your self-belief. Research reliably shows that recalling successful past financial experiences significantly boosts your financial self-efficacy, FSE, which is a powerful predictor of positive future financial behavior. High FSE makes you far more proactive in planning, significantly more courageous in taking calculated risks, and highly resilient when facing subsequent difficulties. In conclusion, the financial energy cleanse is a profound psychological approach aimed at healing financial trauma, fundamentally rewriting limiting subconscious financial patterns. The conflict of sunk cost and loss aversion is definitively overcome by cognitive reframing and the symbolic release ritual supported by observable neuroplasticity. Scientific evidence confirms that high FSE and IA, interoceptive accuracy, are the essential keys to optimal and rational financial decision-making success. The true solution involves consciously severing the damaging negative emotional link from the past so that your energy can be focused entirely on future wealth creation. Imagine your energetic blueprint functioning as a computer's hard drive. Past financial failure acts as a debilitating virus running constantly in the background, consuming power and severely inhibiting new programs. The financial energy cleanse is the necessary defragmentation and thorough virus scan. neurologically restoring your mind's processing speed and clarity. The core mindset shift involves moving away from identifying yourself as a victim of debt toward becoming a highly capable architect of wealth who controls their own destiny. This represents the most valuable act of self-mastery, deliberately allowing you to operate from an abundance mindset rather than persistent scarcity. Imagine limiting negative money beliefs as a destructive, poisonous tree in your subconscious garden. All your subsequent efforts to plant financial flowers, income, will consistently fail because the surrounding soil is contaminated by toxic roots. The release ritual is the decisive action of completely uprooting that poisonous tree, creating clean mental space where new, supportive seeds of positive intention can genuinely flourish. You must acknowledge that watering the flowers will never succeed if you never decisively address the source of the persistent soil contamination. Energy cleansing urgently demands the emotional courage to face the root of the financial trauma instead of merely treating the superficial symptoms. Now is the precise time to make the firm decision to liberate yourself from the persistent ghosts of your financial past forever. Challenge yourself to immediately implement the symbolic release ritual for the one single financial failure that is most haunting you. Meticulously noting the lesson learned and consciously reclaiming your full financial power, remember this profound truth. You never truly start from zero. You always begin from accumulated experience and profound lessons, which are assets infinitely more valuable than any starting capital. Use this powerful cleansing science to fundamentally transform your financial past from a debilitating burden into a solid, unshakable foundation for future wealth. Challenge yourself to immediately create a cognitive reframing journal tonight, consciously transforming every negative thought about money into an empowering, positive statement of self-efficacy. If this powerful financial energy cleanse guide has fully opened your eyes to your immense hidden potential, please show your deep commitment by immediately hitting the like button right now. Subscribe and widely share this essential video so that more people fully understand that the final secret to sustained wealth is mastering their internal narrative and healing financial trauma effectively.